welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time on this channel. I'm OHLEEN, and today once again I have a guest for you. I'm doing this whole series where I sometimes bring guests who answer questions for an industry or just an aspect that I have questions, and if I have questions, I know someone out there has questions too. If you have any, feel free to put them in the comments. If you have anything you want to contribute, feel free to put it in the comments. And yeah, we're just gonna have a lovely conversation. Today I have a whole brand owner, an entire fashion house owner, and her name is
hi, my name is Chichi, and I'm the founder of JANDED, so that's janded.com. And our aim is basically just to bridge the fashion gap, so that's between clothes made in Africa and inspired by Africa and the diaspora. So ultimately we want to see more people wearing clothes made in Africa. It's been a massive learning curve, but it's been really rewarding. Really rewarding. And we still have a long way to go. Like, we're still right at the beginning of the journey. Keep going, definitely consistency, knowing one's limitations. So as at present, right now, I actually had a conversation with a social media manager yesterday who will be taking on board some of our social media stuff, just because it's very difficult to be creative. Because I also design, I'm also designing my own stuff as well. Before I sort of launched with no knowledge whatsoever of running a business, I had no knowledge, no previous experience, just
that startup passion.
Yes, it was just fueled by startup passion, 100%. I booked a ticket to Nigeria and was going to see all these designers by myself.
So how did you find the ones that are serious, understand your definition of quality?
True.
Our definition of quality over here in the West.
Testing is such an important part of this business. Like, even as a designer, you get samples. No, I don't like it. Can you tweak it this way? Testing. I found some of these brands just like one brand will take you to another brand, to another brand. Some of them are very underground, like you have to dig everywhere to find these people. So that shouldn't be, you know, especially in the day now we have social media.
Do they get hyped when they hear like people in the UK are interested in their product?
Some yes, some no. Some of them have even lived here a while. Some of them have even lived here. Some of them already have clients in here.
Talk to me about that break.
Yes. So
what made you stop? Yeah. What were you doing in the break, and then how did you come back?
So got married, had a baby, and also just had to regroup and just learn from. Actually had to reflect on things that went wrong before. Because
did you ever think about not coming back?
It was how I was going to come back. Was I going to come back as just a different brand? Because as I said, I'm now designing, which I wasn't before.
Okay.
So do I just come back as my own brand? Because my own brand is Clara and Violet, which is different from JANDED.
So what did you use to assess that this brand is not going to be interpreted well with my client base? Like, how do you know?
I was speaking to our potential social media manager yesterday and was saying our brand is very colourful. Okay. It's very good quality. The vision is good quality contemporary African fashion. It's just something slightly unique, because there are some pieces that honestly look like you could just buy it from Dorothy Perkins, and and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not the vision I have for the brand. Yeah. And then also shipping was a big issue. Shipping, buying things in bulk and then not selling them. There was a case, I got into a big issue actually. The brand was like, oh, can we have our stock back? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got all this stuff back. Ship it back is so expensive. Honestly, I was just like so tired, and I was pregnant at the time as well. Wow. And I was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to pay you for this stock. So I paid so much money for this stock that, you know, you make so many big mistakes. So now we don't just take loads amounts of stock. It's a case of, it's a case by case basis. It's samples.
See how it goes.
Because that was just, rookie mistake. Rookie. I think honestly, discovering new brands is amazing. Another rewarding thing is seeing people in this country wearing an African brand. So it's literally like from Lagos to London, or from Lagos to this. One of our customers lives in Nottingham, I think it was, and she's wearing, just knowing she has a piece from a designer in Lagos, is just so exciting to me. African fashion is not, or Africa-based designers, brands are not just for Africans. Like, I don't know where we got that.
I can say I'm kind of guilty of that mentality, that when I think African print, I just imagine it automatically on an African person. And I think that's a boxed mentality that needs to just break. We took ownership of it, and we inspire a lot of the colors that come through in the fabric, the continent in general. There's a lot of depth and meaning to a lot of colors used on fabrics.
Yeah, there's a deeper meaning in fabrics, I realised, and this was only through Clubhouse. Actually, lots of Ghanaian print has a lot deeper meaning. I realised Ghanaian print especially. They're super passionate. So I think loads of people are guilty of just boxing. We all do this. We all box it, and actually, people outside of the black race love print, and so let's not limit ourselves.
Yeah, I think I would love to have a wardrobe with just African pieces, because they're so unique.
Unique is the word. Unique.
And they will give you a bow with string, and they'll give you asymmetrical, and they'll give you tulle or mesh, and then they'll give you drape in one thing. It's true. They're
not afraid of being creative, like sticking with, okay, this can only be cotton, so it's cotton, we can't add velvet to this, or So most of the free things people will get will be through giveaways, and they'll, like, we have an ambassador that's come on board, and she's so lovely, and she emailed saying she loves our staff, and she's not African, and she will be getting free product once every month for 3 months, for example. So we give out free product, but those are to people that we know either have some influence. Actually, I have given it to some influencers. I think because we're still relatively small, I don't have anyone coming to me for free content.
Oh, don't
free
worry,
product.
it's coming very soon. I asked that question because I know someone who has a brand, and she was telling me, OHLEEN, the amount of free stuff I've sent and the results from it is like little to none, and people just want free clothes, and they may even give you a picture and tag you, but the picture doesn't match with the aesthetics on your page and all this stuff, or the return, or would their followers actually translate to customers that buy, but yet you've now given this free item. And as you said, if you have such a high price point, even if it's a low price point, it costs you something. Give to people that truly will, it's both ways, 100%. But you will equally benefit, and they will equally love receiving your product. If you 100%. Treat your customers well, they will be free publicity. They will do it for you.
We are now officially renting. You can rent our pieces now officially. You can rent, so that's a good way of us getting round people that want to have free stuff. So we're like, you can have it, or you can send it back as well.
That is cool.
So renting is because we thought that is actually sustainability is huge, and
it makes sense because often there's such statement pieces. Once I've worn them, I kind of have to wait 6 months or 12 to wear it again.
And especially for people who have, are totally unfamiliar with African designers, who like, let me just try something out. Wow. I actually I rented something to Jackie's wedding.
Really?
Yeah, I used another renting service, and I rented it because I didn't have anything but back to the colour code. So I was like, I'm just going to rent something. And it was really expensive brand. I think the dress I wore was worth like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, but so renting is so good, and that's a whole nother topic, but we very much want to be sustainable as well, because
I love how that naturally just came in, because I didn't know that.
We officially, I want to talk to you because that's why, and I know you're very much big on sustainability.
Wow, I'm excited for
I'm excited.
This
is an exclusive. You're the first person to know.
This video, let it be on record that I know Chichi and I know the owner of JANDED. When she starts to get that blue tick, million followers, let it be on record that we were friends and we're still friends. What would be your advice to, say, someone that wants to be like you when they grow up?
I'm still trying to be like the person I would like to be, but I totally get what you're saying. the season you're in. So I know this is the perfect season for me to just jump on JANDED. I've had my baby, I've got married, I've learned from my previous mistakes. The goal is still really like fiery in me, you know. I really
Wow.
And we've had the pandemic, and I've had time to sit down and reflect. This is my time to go for it. So know the season you're in, and if the season is now, you need to go now. Even part of me just wants to even say just go for it now, but definitely do planning before you dive in. So even if the season is now, you could start, I know, building a platform, for example. You could start putting imagery that reflects your brand. Like you can get stock images, free images everywhere, and start building a brand. So centered around Africa, for example, and fashion and color and all this and art. And then so you start to attract people that would enjoy your brand. These are advice people give all the time. People are like, yeah, same old, but it's so true. Because when you're in it and you're just like, oh my gosh,
and the pressure from like other people who seem like they've arrived.
Yes.
Or, like that brand you were saying that they're pretty big on social media, but the quality, like things are not always as they seem.
Yeah.
Things are never always as they seem. Instagram, social media is there to show or perceive as though everything is rosy. Everything's good.
It's so true.
But it's not always the case.
Yeah.
The grafting behind the scenes, that's what you need to master. What else would you like to say?
I think follow us, definitely. Follow JANDED, follow our journey, because I like the fact you were asking me earlier, like, what is JANDED? It's more than just buying clothes or renting clothes. It's what we're trying to do is actually educate people into knowing more about these brands, because we know H&M comes from Sweden, we know Ralph Lauren's American brand, like we know and trust these brands, and I think it's being relaxed and comfortable wearing an H&M jumper with maybe jeans from Uganda, you know. So
wow.
I think we're going to be on our journey. We're going to be interviewing OHLEEN, for example, who's a stylist, and I wanted to know more about her journey in that, and people that are looking at all parts of the fashion industry, and some people that have never been in the fashion industry like me but are trying to come in. So we're trying to, it's more than just a e-commerce website where you buy clothes. It's more of a conversation, because African designers are so amazing, and they're not 100%, they're not getting enough recognition. And that's what we're trying to change.
And through recognition, as we said before, growth comes, because you get, if you're truly passionate, recognition brings eyes, brings growth, brings passion, brings improvement, more growth, and it just keeps going. We need to first support ourselves before anyone else does. So if you know a sister, a cousin, a friend doing something, support them. It can be as simple as resharing what they've done or commenting, engaging. It does a lot to somebody who's putting in a lot of work to share content, because they're communicating a passion to you and they're hoping somebody receives and hears. So happy you came.
Oh, so sweet.
And I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been a nice moment, and I'm going to be watching these videos over and over and over, and there'll be more to come, I'm sure. Do you know what I would love?
What?
To do this, walking with you, showing me how you do things in Nigeria.
We can make it happen.
Do you know how cool
that'd
that
be like
would
behind
be
the scenes, like
in Nigeria?
Yeah, like on ground, like actually on ground.
I'm excited. This is Chichi, founder and owner of JANDED. Make sure you check out JANDED on socials, Instagram, their website, and as she just mentioned, exclusively, they're now renting out their pieces, which is hella cool. Comment below if there's anything we've missed, any questions, any contributions, any thoughts, any passion, whatever it is. Make sure you comment, like, and share this video. We'll see you next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Mwah.